Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. Alright, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 3 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Cincinnati Reds and Atlanta Braves. The Braves are in a do-or-die situation as they face the Cincinnati Reds, with their playoff hopes hanging by a thread after slipping out of the wild card race. It's been a rough season for a team that's consistently been a powerhouse in the National League. Injuries have certainly played a part, but what's really hurt the Braves this year is their lack of depth. Earlier in the season, they managed to stay competitive despite trailing the Phillies in the NL East, and they held on to a wild card spot for most of the year. But as the season wore on, their lack of depth became more obvious, and it's starting to catch up with them in this final stretch. Meanwhile, the Reds have shown resilience throughout the year. They're a scrappy team, no matter who they're up against. After an impressive sweep of the Astros and a strong series against the Brewers, they've recently hit a bit of a rough patch, struggling against the Mets. Consistency hasn't been their strong suit, but one thing's for sure, they never quit. On the mound for the Reds is Martinez. I've been critical of him in the past, but lately, he's turned things around. His last 2 starts saw him give up 4 runs each time, but only 1 was earned in his latest outing against the Astros. His ERA sits at a solid 3.67 on the season, with 93 strikeouts over 115.1 innings. Over his last 3 starts, he's been steady, posting a 3.86 ERA, which shows he's finding some rhythm. For the Braves, Charlie Morton gets the nod. Morton hasn't been in top form this season, with a 4.24 ERA, one of the highest of his career. However, he's been better lately, giving up only 2 runs in his last start against the Rockies. Morton's strikeout numbers have dropped this year. He's fanned 148 in 142.1 innings, while also walking 55 and allowing 21 homers. The Braves' bats have gone cold recently, especially against right-handed pitchers, hitting just .204 in their last 10 games. In contrast, the Reds are hitting .278 against righties during that same stretch. However, the Reds' bullpen has been a weak spot, struggling with a 5.30 ERA in the last 10 games. The Braves' bullpen, on the other hand, has been lights out, boasting a 1.84 ERA over the same period. The Reds, who are no longer in playoff contention, have lost 4 of their last 5 series. The Braves, however, are in desperate need of a win to stay in the wild card hunt. Even though they haven't been at their best lately, this is a must-win game for them. Their bullpen should give them the edge, and with the pressure on, experience will be crucial. I expect the Braves to pull this one off, and while they could win by a couple of runs, I'm taking them on the money line.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Cleveland Guardians and Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox and Cleveland Guardians couldn't be further apart this season in the AL Central. While the Guardians are on the verge of locking up the division with consistent play from start to finish, the White Sox are spiraling through one of the worst seasons in MLB history, a performance that could leave them in the record books for all the wrong reasons. A big chunk of Chicago's disaster can be pinned on their bullpen, but the problems run even deeper. Meanwhile, Cleveland has had its share of hurdles, especially in their rotation. Both Tristan McKenzie and Shane Bieber were supposed to be pivotal arms this year, but neither lived up to expectations. Bieber's been sidelined for the season, and McKenzie just hasn't been able to find his groove. Whether it's physical or mental remains unclear. With only 32 wins this season, the White Sox are flirting with a historically bad year. They managed to keep things close in the first half of many games, but their bullpen consistently blew it late. There was even a time when betting on them through the first 5 innings was a sneaky good play, but now they're collapsing from start to finish. Nick Nene will take the ball for the White Sox in this one, and his year has been nothing short of a train wreck. In his last start, he lasted just 1.2 innings, coughing up 7 runs, 4 earned, with 6 walks and 4 hits. His 7.04 ERA sums up the kind of season he's had, allowing 24 runs in just over 30 innings of work. His struggles are a perfect reflection of Chicago's season overall, ugly from top to bottom. On the flip side, Ben Lively gets the nod for the Guardians. Lively, who struggled with Cincinnati last year, has been a pleasant surprise for Cleveland. Though his recent outings have been shaky, sporting a 7.20 ERA in his last 3 starts, he's still managed a respectable season overall with 108 strikeouts and 23 homers allowed. At the plate, both teams are struggling, but the White Sox have been especially bad, hitting just .228 against right-handers and 206 against lefties over their last 10 games. The Guardians, while not spectacular, have fared better with a .248 average against righties and .274 against lefties. Even with Lively's recent slump, Cleveland's in a much stronger position compared to Chicago, who continues to fall apart across the board. Let's be real. The White Sox are historically bad. With Cleveland looking to close out the division and Chicago's nightmare season dragging on, the choice here is obvious. I'm sticking with the Guardians, no matter the pitching matchup or the details. I've faded the White Sox all season long, and I'll keep doing so here. Taking the Guardians on the run line offers the best value in this one. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Chicago Cubs and Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are facing off against the Cubs in what could be a pivotal showdown. The Cubs have had flashes of strong play as the season winds down, but it's simply too late to make a difference. Despite those bursts of success, they couldn't sustain enough momentum to keep their postseason dreams alive. With only a few games left, the Cubs find themselves too far behind in the standings, and time is running out to make up the deficit in the wild card chase. Meanwhile, the Dodgers continue to do what they always do: dominate. Every year, they handle their business in the regular season and put themselves in prime position for another playoff run. Led by the likes of Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, this team is an offensive juggernaut. But it's not all smooth sailing for the Dodgers. Their pitching has shown cracks, and that might just be their weak point as they head into the postseason. Walker Buehler will get the start today, but he hasn't been the same since returning from injury. The once rising star hasn't been as sharp as we've seen in the past. Yes, he's managed to keep his recent starts respectable, giving up just 2 runs in each of his last outings, but he hasn't been able to go deep into games. His ERA sits at .567, with 13 home runs allowed in just 54 innings, and that's not the kind of consistency you want heading into the crucial October stretch. On the Cubs side, they've been making some noise against right-handed pitching, hitting .270 over their last 10 games. But their struggles against lefties are still apparent, managing only a .234 average. On the flip side, the Dodgers are thriving at the plate, batting .294 against right-handers and .236 against lefties in the same stretch. The Dodgers even have a slight edge in the bullpen, giving them an advantage across the board. Sure, the Cubs have shown some fight as the season nears its end, but heart alone doesn't punch your ticket to the playoffs. It's looking like the Cubs will be sitting this one out while the Dodgers continue their push. With their superior lineup and just enough of an edge in pitching, I'm backing the Dodgers to take this one. But from a betting standpoint, this doesn't offer much value. What does hold betting value, though, is the total runs line. Neither of these starting pitchers has been at their best this season. While Buehler has shown some improvement, he's still allowed at least 2 earned runs in his last 9 starts, and the Cubs have had some success against him in the past. On the other side, Kyle Hendricks has been struggling, bouncing between the rotation and the bullpen. I expect both offenses to light up the scoreboard in this one, and that's why I'm betting on the total going over 9 runs.